Hola chicos, como podéis ver, estoy celebrando el Halloween y vamos a ver qué dulces tengo. Vamos a ver. Oh, los Skittles me gustan mucho. Mm. También me gusta mucho el chocolate de Hershey. Bueno, los Mictas no me gustan mucho, pero están bien. Me gustan los M&M's. Y mire esto. Estos son malísimos. No me gustan nada los dulces de maíz. Y vamos a ver qué más tenemos aquí. ¡Ah! ¡No me gustan las arañas! Bueno, aquí estoy para presentar el verbo gustar. Con el verbo gustar. Este verbo es muy especial, el verbo gustar. How often do we express this idea? I like something, I don't like something. Es muy popular y es muy útil. But it's important to understand that this is our first idiomatic verb. This is the first verb that demands a structure that's different from that which we're familiar. It's also a fundamental key to expressing yourself naturally and authentically in Spanish, so you want to do it right. It's incredibly important to understand why gustar is so special and also why the structure is different so that you can use it correctly. And understanding how this verb works will have enormous impact on your ability to communicate effectively in Spanish. Let's see. Okay, el verbo gustar means to like something, how important it is for us to express that. We like things, we don't like things, etc. But gustar doesn't actually translate to the word or the verb like. It expresses the idea of to like. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's look at how the parallels between Spanish and English work in our favor. No? Yo hablo español, I speak Spanish. Fairly transferable from one language to the other. And we expect the same to happen with gustar. I like Spanish, so you think you're going to start off with yo, etc. But something else happens. Now the yo becomes me? What's going on? What we're starting to see is how Spanish differs from English, not just in vocabulary, but in structure. Up above, it's easy to see the parallels: subject, verb, direct object, subject, verb, direct object. But in Spanish, it actually switches from subject, verb to direct object, I like Spanish, to indirect object, verb, Spanish. So I'm going to explain this and break it down so that you can use this verb very easily. So it's important to understand that the verb gustar actually means to be pleasing. So when I say, I like Spanish, I'm actually saying Spanish is pleasing to me. It's incredible how differently ideas are expressed. But this is the structure you use. We would never say, ooh, Spanish is pleasing to me. We express it as, I like Spanish. But for understanding how this works, it's important to know what it means. Most sentences, as we indicated, in Spanish and in English, read from left to right. Yo hablo español, yo estudio latín, etc. Pero en español, it actually reads the other direction. Me gusta el español because you're saying Spanish is pleasing to me. Reads from right to left. So if we say me gusta el español, and español is the subject in its third singular, what happens if that subject is plural? Well, let's take a look. I like sciences, or the sciences. But I'm saying the sciences are pleasing to me. So if you have a plural subject, las ciencias, then you need a plural form of the verb. Me gustan las ciencias. So, This me, the mysterious me, indirect object. Let's take a look at the indirect object pronouns in Spanish. And here they are. Me te le, nos os les. Let's move these guys over here so that we can read it a little bit better. Me te le, nos os les. Me, as an indirect object, means to me. Te, to you. Le, to him, her, to you, usted. Nos, to us. Os, to you all. And les, to them, masculine and feminine, and to you. Me te le, nos os les. With our indirect objects in place, now we can add the subject and the verb. Me gusta el español. ¿Te gusta el español? Nos gustan las ciencias. Les gusta el español. Okay, and we're expressing this idea. Know that Spanish is pleasing to me. Sciences are pleasing to us, which we would obviously never say, but we say we like the sciences. It's always important to remember that the word here at the end is the subject of the verb gustar. Okay, now we need one last piece to the puzzle. So, if we want to emphasize I like, we say, a mí me gusta el español. Or if you want to emphasize that you like something, a ti te gusta el español. Or te gustan las ciencias. Because le can be to him, to her, to you, usted, it's important to clarify and say, a él le gusta el español. A ella le gustan las ciencias. O a usted le gustan las ciencias. A nosotros is used for emphasis. Say, we like it. No, we like Spanish. What about you? Or os gusta. A vosotros os gusta for emphasis. But les, because it can be to them masculine, to them feminine, and to you plural, we usually clarify and say, a ellos les gusta el español. Or a ellas les gusta el español. Or a ustedes les gustan las ciencias. Wow, Mr. Ryan, that sure looks like a lot of moving parts. Well, it's easier to understand how they function. Remember, here we have a subject and here we have the verb. And they go together. And then on this side, we have the indirect object pronoun, which goes with a prepositional phrase. But these join together and they express the same idea. A mí, to me, and then me, to me. A ti, to you, and te, to you. Again, for emphasis. It's essential to remember that le and les refer to people. So you must say to whom something is pleasing. So when we say Javier likes Spanish, you need that a in there because you're essentially saying Spanish is pleasing to Javier. Or if I want to say my friends like Spanish, you have to think Spanish is pleasing to my friends. So we have to say a. Mis amigos les gusta el español. So what happens with verbs? When we say me gusta bailar, or me gusta bailar y cantar, what we're saying is I like to dance or I like dancing. It looks as if here what we have is two verbs. However, the verb gustar remains singular. Me gusta bailar y cantar, y hablar, y charlar, y etc. It stays singular. However, as we said before with nouns, if the subject is plural, then gustar is plural. Me gustan las matemáticas, me gustan el inglés y el latín. So, some things to keep in mind. A lot of times we respond and we say, yeah, I like it. It's nice. I like it. Me gusta. Remember that it as a subject doesn't really exist, and so it's implied. And we don't need to express it other than just to say, me gusta. Same thing with, I like them. Me gustan. All right, couple expressions. Sometimes we say, oh, I don't like that at all. No me gusta nada bailar. I don't like dancing at all. No me gusta nada bailar. Simply using gustar should raise a red flag to you. Oh, the structure is different. This is what most students forget. When we say Juan dances well, it reads this way, no? Juan baila bien. But when Juan likes to dance, you need to remember that a, because a Juan le gusta bailar. You're really saying dancing, or to dance, is pleasing to Juan. This is the number one thing that students forget. Here's another example. My teacher teaches Latin. My teacher likes to teach Latin. Both are transitive sentences in English. They move from the subject to the object. But they're different in Spanish. Mi profesor enseña latín reads very similarly. But this reads in this direction, from right to left. We're saying, to teach Latin is pleasing to my teacher. Well, my teacher likes to teach Latin, but we have to say, a mi profesor le gusta enseñar latín. Okay, so, a lot of moving parts, I'll admit, probably more than you ever imagined, but with time and practice, I know you can master it. Juan, no me gusta mi clase de historia. ¿No? ¿Por qué no te gusta? Pues a mi profesor le gusta la tarea. ¿Y a los estudiantes no les gusta la tarea? No, y no nos gustan los exámenes. Son difíciles. Pues a mí me gusta la clase de historia. Y me gustan todos mis profesores. Estás loco. Bueno, vamos a repasar. El verbo gustar. Remember? It sort of reads right to left here, where the thing that you like in English actually becomes the subject in Spanish. In Spanish is pleasing to me, or I like Spanish. Bien. Más. A lot of moving parts, but if you understand that these function together, and they don't necessarily impact the second part over here. These go together because this is the subject, and this is the verb. If the subject's singular, then the verb singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb is plural. Bien. All right. Unos ejemplos. Me gusta el español. I like Spanish. ¿Te gusta el español? You like Spanish. A él le gusta el español. He likes Spanish. And she likes Spanish. A ella le gusta el español. A usted le gusta el español. A nosotros nos gusta el español. As you can see, the ones in parentheses here are just for emphasis, if you want to say we like it, no? A vosotros os gusta el español. But notice that these are not in parentheses, a él, a ella, a usted, because they're necessary to clarify les. A ellos les gusta el español. A ellas les gusta el español. A ustedes les gusta el español. And if you say Maria likes Spanish, you need to start the sentence with a María le gusta el español because it's pleasing to her. Same thing with Pedro and Maria like Spanish. You're saying a Pedro y a Julia. Hey, where's Julia and Maria? Okay, well, a Julia le gusta el español. Unos ejemplos aquí. I like to study. Me gusta estudiar. Elena likes to watch TV. A Elena le gusta mirar la televisión. We don't like to work. No nos gusta trabajar. Pedro likes to sing and dance. A Pedro le gusta cantar y bailar. You like Shakira songs. ¿Te gustan las canciones de Shakira? Juan and Maria like Spanish. A Juan y a María le gusta el español. And José likes physics and biology. A José le gustan la física y la biología. So what's the big deal with gustar? Well, if you think of how often we express something that we like or don't like, but what's really important here is that the gustar structure, this reverse order structure, is used with many, many verbs and is also used very frequently with expressions in Spanish that are very popular. Por ejemplo, it's not just I like golf, me gusta el golf, but I'm fascinated with golf, or golf fascinates me fascina el golf. Me aburre el golf. Me interesa el golf. Me molesta el golf. And I love golf. Me encanta el golf. Maybe you remember this at one point. The McDonald's jingle. Me encanta.
Me encanta. Me encanta. Me encanta. ¿No te parece gracioso? No sé cocinar, pero siempre como sabroso. Me encanta. Cuando corro como loco, hago lo que me gusta y me divierto un poco. Me encanta. Las sorpresas que me da la vida. No importa lo que pase, siempre tengo una salida. Me encanta. Hacer lo que quiero, aunque no lo entiendan, yo lo prefiero. Me encanta estar en todas partes, porque comiendo y bailando siempre comparte. Me encanta. Hoy me levanté de afán y preocupado y me monté en el bus equivocado. Me encanta siempre ser como soy, aun cuando tengo otro papel hoy. Me encanta. No hay nada como mi carro, a pesar que a veces ni prende el cacharro.